is humanity's next great adventure? Is humanity truly ready to face the challenges of life on a crimson planet thousands of miles from home, where survival requires not just breath, but a relentless fight for existence? For centuries, humanity has looked to Mars with a sense of awe and curiosity. Its distinct red tones and hauntingly barren landscapes have stirred the imaginations of many across generations. From ancient cultures that contemplated its mysteries to contemporary scientists pushing the boundaries of exploration, Mars has consistently fascinated dreamers and adventurers alike. However, as the prospect of human colonization comes closer to becoming a reality, we must confront a crucial question. Is Mars genuinely the final frontier? Or is the journey to it far more intricate than we have been led to believe? Imagining a new era. In the beginning stages of our venture into space, Mars was often envisioned as a welcoming world, ripe for exploration and colonization. With a day length that closely resembles ours at about 24.6 hours, along with the sheer presence of frozen water at its polar regions, the planet seemed almost like another Earth. Legends of advanced Martian civilizations and the potential for human settlements painted a picture of future interplanetary adventures, suggesting that Mars could serve as humanity's second home. Leading pioneers in space exploration, such as Elon Musk's SpaceX and NASA's Artemis programs, have been instrumental in advancing the exploration of Mars. SpaceX's Starship, specifically engineered for extended missions, aims to transform the dream of Mars settlement into tangible reality. Musk's grand plans extend beyond simply sending astronauts to Mars. They envision the creation of a self-sustaining city on its surface, a concept once confined to the realm of science fiction. Yet the truth about existing on Mars diverges significantly from our expectations. The stark truth about Mars. Although the dream of establishing a human presence on Mars excites many, the planet's unforgiving conditions present formidable challenges. Mars, while similar in size to Earth, possesses a much thinner atmosphere predominantly made up of carbon dioxide. This composition means there is insufficient oxygen for humans and very little shielding from harmful solar radiation. The average temperature on Mars tends to hover around a frigid -80 degrees Fahrenheit, -60 degrees Celsius, and can plunge even lower. To put this into perspective, Antarctica, the coldest region on Earth, practically never sees temperatures fall below -70 degrees Fahrenheit. Surviving in such extreme cold is only one aspect of the challenge, as there is little to no liquid water on the surface, and frequent dust storms can obscure sunlight for extended periods, rendering solar energy generation unreliable. Another critical factor to consider is the gravitational disparity. Mars has only 38% of the gravitational pull experienced on Earth, meaning that long-term inhabitants could face muscle and bone atrophy over time unless effective countermeasures, such as artificial gravity or consistent exercise routines, are implemented. To support human life, sustainable environments must be created, providing essential elements such as breathable air, temperature control, and a livable atmosphere. A leap in technology. The ongoing quest to make Mars habitable hinges on technological innovation that far surpasses what we currently have available. Developing spacecraft capable of carrying substantial payloads, creating advanced life support systems, and engineering reliable methods for food and water generation will all be necessary steps in this journey. One of the most promising strategies involves in situ resource utilization, ISRU. This approach would enable the use of Martian resources to support human life, such as extracting water from beneath the planet's surface ice creations and turning carbon dioxide into oxygen for breathing. Despite its potential, this technology remains in its early stages, and many experts caution that such methods may not be sufficiently dependable for ensuring long-term survival. Furthermore, a significant consideration for sustaining a growing Martian populace will hinge on agriculture. With Martian soil being toxic and lacking essential nutrients for terrestrial crops, scientists are investigating how to cultivate food in environmentally controlled greenhouses, relying on hydroponic systems and other innovative growing methods. However, until these systems can be optimized, any settlement on Mars may find itself entirely reliant on Earth for necessary supplies. The psychological impact of isolation. Beyond the physical challenges that await, residing on Mars poses significant psychological hurdles as well. The isolation from Earth, coupled with confinement and the persistent pressure to survive in such an inhospitable environment, could lead to mental health difficulties among astronauts. Existing missions to date have lasted around a year, but plans for permanent settlements may involve extensive periods cut off from Earth, potentially lasting several years. Living closely with fellow colonists could create tension and stress, with the possibility for conflicts arising among the inhabitants. Additionally, the grave distance from Earth could render crises extremely high stakes. Already, psychologists are working diligently to prepare future Mars explorers for this extraordinary kind of isolation. The vision or the risks? Despite the myriad challenges that lie ahead, the allure of colonizing Mars continues to captivate millions. Some view this undertaking as the next logical step for humanity, a means of ensuring our species' survival against potential catastrophes on Earth. Others argue that it represents an unattainable fantasy that may come at the cost of lives and resources that would be better used to enhance conditions here on our own planet. Although the prospect of humans on Mars remains enticing, it is essential to recognize that this planet is far from a paradise reminiscent of Earth. It is a challenging and unforgiving world, demanding a level of technology and resilience that we have yet to achieve. Nonetheless, with the swift advancements in space research and technology, it is conceivable that one day the Red Planet could become our second home, or it could serve as a cautionary tale about the limits of human ambition. Final thoughts on the frontier. As we approach the exciting possibility of interplanetary travel, Mars provides a stunning preview of our future. Its stark, reddish landscapes serve as a powerful symbol, reflecting both the latent potential for human settlement and the formidable challenges that lie ahead. The ambition to colonize the planet has inspired innumerable scientists, engineers, and visionaries to push the boundaries of technology, striving for achievements that once seemed impossible. Yet, the reality is undeniably more complex. Mars may not be the idyllic refuge some envision, but it presents a challenge worth confronting. It represents an opportunity to assess our resourcefulness, resilience, and adaptability in ways previously untested. Perhaps the quest isn't solely about leading Earth. It's about proving that even in the most inhospitable environments, we can triumph over adversity and pave the way for a new chapter in human history. Ultimately, Mars shouldn't just be regarded as the final frontier due to its physical distance. Rather, it stands as a frontier that embodies the ultimate test of human endurance, ingenuity, and spirit. And even if we never fully master its challenges, the pursuit of Mars could be the very endeavor that propels us toward future innovations, opening doors to new possibilities and deepening our understanding of what it truly means to be human. The expedition to Mars isn't merely about touching down on its surface. It's about pushing the limits of human achievement and, in doing so, uncovering new dimensions within ourselves.